When travelling, I always like to get to know something about the history of the country. And if you're interested in that too, here are 3 places you might want to visit.
Hi, I'm Lena, that's the Hogwarts Express, and this is our solo travels in England. First up, we got Heaver Castle, which was the childhood home of Anne Boleyn, also known as the second wife of Henry VIII and mother of Queen Elizabeth I. Admission for Castle and Gardens is £21.80 per person and includes a free audio guide which is available in different languages. Inside Heaver Castle you get information about Anne Boleyn and her relationship with Henry VIII. And you'll also see replicas and even original pieces from their time. Nearby accommodation is, for example, Heaver Camping, which is only a 5-minute drive away, or Heaver Castle Bed and Breakfast. Heaver Castle can also be booked for weddings or other events. Personally, I found it amazing to see that place and to imagine how little Anne would have played in the garden or walked over that threshold, and even welcomed the courting king into that castle. To imagine all that it actually happened 500 years ago, is just unbelievable. Next up is the Workhouse near Southwell. It's maintained by the National Trust, so members get to visit for free, while others pay about £12. The Workhouse tells the cruel story of life in poverty in the 19th century. You can get a guided tour around the outside of the house, which I, to be honest, do not recommend. The tour takes an hour, and after I could hardly take in anything in the house. But still, it's beautifully made and provides lots of information about life in the workhouse. In Southwell, there are plenty of hotels and campsites are about half an hour away. There's also a room raising awareness for domestic violence, showing huge quilts with women's names on it who became victims of domestic violence. It's described as the most beautiful project that shouldn't exist, and I couldn't agree more with that. Moving on. Last but not least, we got Chartwell. National Trust members get in for free, while others pay around £12 again. Chartwell was the home of Winston Churchill and his family, who moved there after a tragic event. You get to explore the places he liked to paint, see his study, and walk around his private rooms. You get to know all about his life at Chartwell, discovering the man who turned a hand gesture into a sign of peace. A bonus is a room full of pictures painted by him. And while walking around the place, I suddenly got aware that he was the Prime Minister of the Queen who is still reigning today. Isn't that amazing? These are my top 3 historic places in England. Have you heard about them before? Which places would you recommend? Feel free to leave a comment.